back to Duck Solid Gaming and Haut-Beyleron on Farming Simulator 22. We are back. We're now in early June and we are continuing on with our farming exploits here in France. So we are about to get in and mow our grass field here. If I bring up the map just to bring you back up to speed with where we're currently at. Field 41 is our grass field, so that's come back into harvest. It was very close the last time we were here with you. And we're going to get that mowed and put away as quick as we can. We are then going to look at ploughing this one in. Because I think for now, we've probably got enough grass stored. We've got 160,000 stored at the moment, plus what we take off this field. So that should be enough for us for a little while, because we haven't got any animals to worry about. So we just sort of stockpiling, so that's okay. Our other fields at the moment, field 37, which is currently got our soybeans on, is growing, as to is our canola field here in field 40. We have now finished seeding field 39 and 42 with our sorghum, and field 38, our grape field, is growing as well. So if we have a look at our growth, our next field that's going to come in will be our canola field here on field 40, and then we'll have our sorghum fields will be the next one to be ready, followed by probably the soybeans and the grapes. So let's get in and have a look at it. So what we did in preparation for mowing this field is we sold off our previous mower. So we sold off, let's have a look. I'll go to the shop and just show you what we sold off, what we had. So our previous mower we had was the Elho Duet 7300. We sold that off and we've now purchased, we actually sold that off. We also sold off our windrower and we purchased the Vicon Extra 732 FT and the Extra 7100T Vario. Now, this unit here, if you remember from FS19, actually has a windrowing conveyor belt built into it. So basically, we don't need an extra windrower. So we've got two tools in one with this mowing system. So that's what we wanted to leverage off, so we didn't have to go through and do another pass with a windrower. We can just go straight in, mow it, and then windrow it, and then just collect it. So that's going to minimize a bit of fuel wastage, all that sort of stuff. So that's what we've done there. So that's what we're going to get going with on this, and that's pretty much it in relation to what we've done to catch you all up with where we're at. So I think from there it is time for us to go and mow some grass and put it all away. We didn't end up offloading any more straw or anything from the silo. We just left that as it was, so we do need to do some deliveries like that as well, but we're just going to worry about the grass for the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to prep ourselves in here. A nice lush looking green grass field. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reverse all the way up here because we need to mow all that grass down. So I'm going to start it just there. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to lower all. We just lower all like so. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is, you'll see here we have the toggle work mode, but at the moment that's not what we're set to. But what we're going to do is we're going to toggle that work mode. We're going to find my shortcut key. So that's why is that telling me? There we go. So that should be windrowing into the center position. Now I'm just going to raise. Right. For some reason it's not telling me. Normally it tells you what the work mode is set to. But anyway, I think that's pretty much right. So we're just going to get going. We're going to control B. Activates both mowers. And as you can see, they're both sort of flying that in. And we're just going to get going and do a bit of a test cut. And we'll make sure that we are windrowing into the center. There we go. As expected. And there we go. So there you go. As you can see, we don't need to worry about using a separate windrower. As you can see, using the Deutz-Fahr in this mower, we've got a good amount of speed up, and we're going to do this field very, very quickly. Right, so come there. Raise them up. We're going to reposition ourselves. Now I do have all this extra grass around our around and adjacent to our fields that we can mow as well. I will get that done at some point soonish. We'll make the most of all that grass. We don't want to let that go to waste. But for now, we're just going to concentrate on the grass field and get that going, so as we can continue on and look at getting to our harvest time. So we're really sort of keen to get that first year and cycle of crops going. Or second year. I think we're technically in our second year now, aren't we? No, I think first year at the moment. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's just get this cranking. Obviously it's going to make it a lot easier doing it this way than having because the windrow we had, remember, was only a small windrow, so we wouldn't have even been growing this much grass in a windrow. So we're not only minimising the use of two separate tools, which means we're not running the tractor on the field twice, which means we're saving half the fuel thereabouts, give or take, and wear and tear, but we're also minimising time in collecting, because we're doing it in a bigger collection on the windrow itself, because we're doing a much wider collection of the grass. So it's just all win-win at the moment. We'll get that a little bit there. Alright, and that means we've done the outer run, and then we can just start worrying about the east-west runs, and we'll just get it all mowed nice and quickly. Go. So nice, quick and efficient. So this is pretty much, apart from the big end, this is going to be our mower of choice going forward. I didn't use this a hell of a lot in FS19 because basically I always had the big M, whether it be the 450 or the 500, so I didn't really need to go the butterfly mowers and stuff like that. But certainly, instead of wasting, well, it's not wasting, but instead of spending a huge amount of money on the big M, it is much cheaper for us to run this configuration. So for the starting up of the farm, until we get a good glut of money back under our belt, then this is obviously the cheaper and most logical path to go down. As you can see, nice and simple, and we just fly on through. We're going to get close to a night transition now as well, so hopefully the sunlight will hold off just long enough. And then we can transition. We'll probably do the collection on the next game day. And off we go again, nice and simple. So what we do need to also do, we do need to actually buy probably a bigger plough. We've got the spader, but I think we need to start looking at investing in something a little bit bigger in that regard. So we'll have a bit of a look at that a little bit later on. Certainly not at the moment, we don't have the money to, so we'll just have to suffice for now. But we'll look at improving that sort of equipment as well as we're going along. But in the meantime, we just, I guess, most of the equipment we've got now should pretty much cover us. And then we just look at progressing through once we've got a bit of money back under our belt. Like I said before, we've hopefully paid off some of our loan and all that sort of stuff. So, but for the moment, certainly I think we've got most of the equipment we're going to need moving forward. We've got our combine, we've got our grape harvest, all that sort of stuff. So we're in a pretty good position at the moment to continue on with our farming. We've bought extra land. We've got some production that we own, so we're pretty much good to go. It's starting to get a little bit darker now. We'll bring on the lights. Again, this is a bit of a sieving incline through there. The Deutz is struggling just with mowers on it. At the end of the day, it'll still get there. So one of the things we'll look at possibly upgrading as well on the farm next may well be the loading wagon. Although we are probably going to need to look at, I was going to say we're going to look at an auger wagon, but with the size of the fields we've got, we aren't really in the need for an auger wagon. Just the tractor and the trailer we've got is probably enough, although we could possibly look at a slightly bigger trailer. And maybe that might be the thing we look at next, is just increasing the size of our trailer that we're using for cartage. The one we've got at the moment is an 8,000 litre, so it just barely does what we need it to do. But a slightly bigger trailer would be handy, certainly for doing deliveries. Bringing crop off the field is probably not so bad. When we want to cart our crops off for sale, we want to sort of minimise the number of trips we're doing wherever possible and maximise that bang for the profit, basically. Because the more times we take that route to deliver our crop to the sell point, then the more fuel we're using, the more wear and tear on the vehicles, all that sort of stuff. So by minimising that, we're obviously saving ourselves money as well. So we need to be conscious of that as well. A bigger trailer is probably on the cards. Okay. Last run. Little sliver up through here. Think I can. Right, there we go. So we can hold them up now. That's our mowing job done. That was nice and quick, relatively speaking. I'm just going to drop these here. Right, there we go. Now, I'm just going to hook up to our pottinger here. Just in preparation for tomorrow. We'll use the Deutzfahr to load that up. Right, there we go. Now, we're just going to fast forward through the night because it's the same as going to sleep, but it's quicker. All right, there we go. So we are now our next game day. Now, let's have a look and see our growth. Right, nothing really there. We've obviously harvested our grass. We've just got to collect that now. But we're all tickety-boo otherwise. So let's start the engine and just get cracking straight into it. Like what I might do first, let's have a quick look-see and see how much our trailers are going to be so we can just prep what we're going to get. Now, I don't want anything huge. Here we've got the Brantner. Now that is a 7.5 ton. I want something a little bit different that we haven't really used previously. Got the Reese tractors. So what's that one? That one's 8.1, 57.2 cubic meter. 26.8 cubic meter. Okay, so it's for those. All right, so I think we're going to look at probably maybe that Reese or that one there as our next trailer, or maybe something even a little bit bigger. It depends, but anyway, I mean we've got a bit of money we need for that. Now, as for the loading wagon. Have a look for the loading wagon. There we go down here. So that's the pottage that we got now. Right, so that's all the options we have. Isn't a lot. So it may well be to the next size pottinger. That's an extra 10 cubic meters. That's almost double the size, almost double the price too, over double the price. The shooter maker is another 10 cubic meters again bigger. 23, yeah. I mean, we need the money for it. But anyway, let's have a look and see what's available here. Oh, that would have been nice. That really needed here though. Fast Trac's on discount. That would have been handy. But we don't really need another tractor at the moment, so we can just ignore that, and we're just going to continue on. So that was a bit of a waste of time, wasn't it? All right. Let's collect the grass. So this is, like I said, this is the last grass rotation we're going to do on here for a little while. So we're going to plough this up. I guess, in fact, let's have a quick look at it while we're doing this. I know we're interrupting a lot. Let's see, is there anything we can plant? No, I think what we'll end up doing with this field, we'll plough it, and then I think we'll either plant canola, wheat, or barley in this field a little bit later on. So that's what we'll probably look at doing. Okay. So just that one run is a 50% load of this loading wagon. So as you can tell, we're going to be doing 2 runs at a time effectively, and then going back and offloading. So a larger loading wagon or forage wagon would be very, very handy. But we'll just do what we got for the moment. Cab for this as we can. A little bit quieter. Need a bit of a clean of the windscreen though. This will get us to 85, 86%. A little bit more and then we'll go on offload because we'll be full. Okay, offload and then rinse and repeat a few times. Hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're enjoying not only this series, but I hope you're enjoying your own experiences with Farming Simulator 22 if you've bought it. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, particularly those that are playing this map. As I said previously in one of the other episodes, this map and this series is nowhere near as popular as Elm Creek, for instance. But tell me what you think of the map. I think it's one of the nicest maps they've done, as in Giants. So let me know your thoughts. Obviously, we haven't got any maps currently, as I'm recording this, available on the Mod Hub. Well, actually, I lie. There is one map on there as of when I'm recording this, and that's Alien Jim's survival map. No Man's Land, I think it was called. That is available on the in-game Mod Hub. That's the first map of Giants' own making that's available for FS22. I may give that a crack at some point. It can be very much like my Wilhelmina series, like a survival series. But we'll see how things pan out with that. But for the moment, not too worried about that. But hopefully there'll be a few more coming out over the next couple of weeks, and we can sink our teeth into those as well. Right, being the interim, yeah, just let me know what you think of Haut-Beyleron. Like I said, I think it's quite a nice map. I don't have any problems with this as a map at all. Actually, I think it's quite nice. So, right. Now what I'm going to do is, even though this won't be quite full on this run, no, I'm not going to bother. I was going to go and empty and then try and sort of do full runs, but it's never going to work it that way anyway, so why bother? I'm just going to go around and get them done any way we can. Right. Let's get the job done. Now, I'm really wondering about what I'm going to do production-wise on this map, other than what we've already got with the grapes. I was thinking about putting some beehives in. Need some money to put those in, so it's not going to happen straight away. And I don't know what I'm going to do animal-wise, if I'm going to do any animals. As much as I don't want to bore everyone with just doing grapes all the time, I think this is going to be primarily a grape-centric map, as I've said before. But we'll sort of see where we end up going with that in the end, I guess. I want to have probably 2, maybe 3 fields with grapes in. Not huge fields either. And then the rest of it will just be normal arable crops and all that sort of stuff. But be under no illusions whatsoever that we certainly will be concentrating on grapes for this. Oh dear, there goes the FS22 yawn. Yeah, certainly we'll be concentrating on vineyards and grape production on this map. So you've been warned, unless I get sick of it, which is probably quite likely as well. Another run. %. We'll get all this row done. Be close, not quite. Okay. Load to offload. Grapes look as though they're growing nicely. So I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas break and all that sort of stuff. Certainly by the time you're seeing this, we should be well and truly through Christmas and New Year and be into 2022 in earnest. In fact, by the point in time by the time you're seeing this, I should almost be back at work. So, which is all well and good. But yeah, so I hope you had a nice break. Obviously I can't speak too much as to anything that happened over that period of time because I can't see that well into the future, but certainly I hope that everyone managed to spend time with family and all that sort of stuff, and Santa was kind to you and all that he could bring, and if not, well, there's always next year. But anyway, we're just going to continue down the path, and hopefully we'll get to see this year some more support from Giants in relation to ongoing mods, patches and all that sort of stuff, and we should get some improvements to the game overall, which is what we're all after. At that point in time, it's about time for us to sign off, so we're going to leave it here. We'll finish collecting the grass. We won't commence the ploughing until the next episode. We will certainly commence or finish the grass collection, put it all away in the silo, and then we'll be ready to go for the next episode, which will probably be close to winter. We'll sort of see how we go through winter, I think. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series, and if you are, make sure you press that like button. Even if you're not enjoying the series, you can still press the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you do subscribe, make sure you press that alarm notification icon. You're made aware of when new videos are available on the channel, and of course don't forget to come and join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord and Facebook. Details of all those are down below in the comments. And of course, most importantly, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Duxella Gaming and Haut-Beyleron here on Farming Simulator 22. See you all later. Bye.